Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Adi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain how the clutch system works. But for this question, I will emphasize the clutch system in cars. Clutch is the one important part of the vehicle that function as a transfer of power from the engine to the transmission. The clutch system is in every motorized vehicle that has a transmission and can move, be it a motorcycle or a car. Clutch have several components that have their respective duties to the power generated by the engine to the transmission, which then makes our vehicle, both motorbikes and our car, can move. Clutch function. As explained before, the clutch function on every vehicle, both manual and automatic transmission types, is the same. That is, when the engine produces power to make the vehicle move from the zero, the cars need an intermediate parts that is useful for channeling the power generated by the engine to the transmission and making the vehicle move and cut off power. The clutch also serves to dampen to the power supply by the engine to the transmission. So then when it starts to move, the power supply is not directly large but gradually in accordance with the clutch opening. And now straight go to the way the clutch works. The flywheel will continue and save power from the crankshaft when the engine is running or spinning. The only mediator and the most important performance in delivering engine power to the transmission is the clutch plate or disc clutch. Through this component, eventually the power will be transmitted to the wheel that make the vehicle move, whereas the task as a regulator is when the engine power is distributed and when the engine is held is the task of the crew. This is done when we press and release the clutch lever on the vehicle. During the normal times and when the clutch is working properly, as soon as it's working, presses the clutch lever, the engine power is released will be interrupted because when the cooling lever is pressed, the compressive force will move the release fork. At the same time, the release force will press on release bearing, and release bearing will press the diaphragma spring, and diaphragma spring will be pull the pressure plate, and at the same time uh, this clutch is released from the flywheel and pressure plate. When the driver press the clutch lever, the engine power does it release it will begin to disappear, because when the clutch lever is pressed, the compressive force will move the release force, and at the same time release force will press on the release bearing, so that the release bearing is pressed on the diaphragma spring, and diaphragma spring lift and press the pressure plate, so this clutch can release from the flywheel and the pressure plate. At the same time, the transmission gear will be released from the engine speed. It's at this time that allow the transmission gear to move to next level or bring it down, because at this time the power generated by engine is held by the clutch, so it's not transmits to the transmission part. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video is useful, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.